Hey, what up, y'all? This is your boy, Ken. You're watching The View from the Game. Thank you for tuning in. If you're on Instagram, you watch me live. I am the actual man behind the Instagram. Yes, I do answer my DMs. When you DMing me. Hey, but check this out, man. While I got your attention, make sure you go get my book, The 48 Laws of Game. That's right, The 48 Laws of Game. You can get it at audible.com. All you got to do is type my name, Pimping Ken, when you get to audible.com. And this book, as well as my other book, The Art of Human Chess. This is the book everybody's talking about. This is the book that your daddy should have taught you about. Everything that your daddy didn't teach you the game, it's in this book right here. In The Art of Human Chess, a study guide to win, teach you how to maneuver, teach you how to finesse, teach you how to play chess, teach you how to outsmart your enemy. You got to get my books, classics. Hey, man, also, man, make sure you subscribe, like, and make sure you let everybody know through notification where to come and get this joint at by sharing. And also, I am also the proprietor and the owner of HHF Mag, HHF Clothing, HHF Awards, and HHF Radio. Hey, man, stay tuned, man, and go to thehiphopfraternity.com and check us out. And every Monday, we're at the Ice Bar. That's right, 5456 Fayetteville Road, Atlanta, Georgia. Every artist get in free. Every A&R get in free. Every executive get in free. Everybody is free. Artists get to perform for free, and you get to park for free. The only free game in town. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? I'm your host, Ken, aka Pimping Ken. Today we have a very interesting guest. This is a first for me. I remember my first kiss, and I got my first shot. But hey, man, it's my first interview where I actually interview a woman who was charged with human trafficking, which we don't condone. And hey, man, it's never good to do anything that, got anything to do with human trafficking. So for those out there who are advocates of human trafficking, we're not glorifying it. We're just actually, diving into it. So get that out the way right away. Also, my first time talking to a woman who's actually married to another woman. Now, I know a lot of my guys are going to be out there like, no, not Pimptress, not Bubbles. You know what I'm saying? No, we already, got trouble trying to get a decent woman, but she's a very nice looking young lady. But, she's married, and she's married, same-sex marriage, so we want to talk about that as well. Also, I want you to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, share, do anything to help this channel get its fair just due. And this is a very interesting interview, so I'm pretty sure y'all want to share it anyway and tune in your people to it. So without further ado, I would like to just introduce our guest, and I'm going to let her say her name. There with your camera. Let them know a little something about you.
Hello. My name is Pimptress Bubbles. I'm from Oklahoma City, and I'm here to talk about this ism.
This ism,
yeah.
Okay, so Bubbles, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. And you?
So you got your pimp hat on?
Yeah, I got my pimp. I had to get it.
The Pimptress.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a name. What made you call yourself the Pimptress?
Well, because I was trying to find where I fit in, because I'm not necessarily a madam, because I wasn't, a sex worker, probably, someone like that, and I'm not a pimp because I'm not meant. So I just kind of was like, well, trying to figure it out. I'm like, Pimptress is what, it
I'm sure a lot of pimps would be happy that you said that.
Yeah. I mean, I keep it real and respectful and all of that. Yeah. So
I was talking to you earlier, and you have a very interesting childhood. So at 3 years old, something happened to your father. What happened to your father?
He got incarcerated. He had gotten to it with my mom's brother, and he ended up shooting him, and so he went to prison for that.
Yeah,
and
so it
left
19 years in your life, huh?
Yeah.
So for 19 years, you was without a father.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you also had some traumatic experiences in your life, right?
Yeah.
So per our conversation, you told me that you were molested at 6 years old.
Well, it started at 7. And it continued until I was about 10 years old.
A man?
A man.
Real sex with you at 7 years old?
Oh, you're talking about the woman?
No, the
girl.
man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
He was actually penetrating you at 7 years old?
Well, no, he that's when the touching and all of that started. But then when I was about 9, that's when he actually, yeah.
He deserved every bit of those 100 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And your mama allowed him to be around during this whole process?
So I don't know. I can't say if she knew what was going on.
I ain't saying she knew. I'm just saying he was there.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah.
Why did you go and blow the whistle?
Because I hated that, you know? And so, I told my best friend what was going on, and she told her mom, and her mom told the school, so. And everything, the whole thing just ended right there, and he went to jail, and he went to prison, and he's still incarcerated. They gave him 103 years.
So being exposed to sexuality at that young age, it also allowed, I ain't gonna say it allowed you, but you eventually had experience with a woman, right, at a young age.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I did.
So how old was you when you had your first experience with a woman?
I was about 6.
6 years old?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you know what was going on at 6?
No, I didn't know. She's older than me. So at the time she was about 12, 13.
So technically she molested you too, right? Technically.
Well, I don't know to say that because we were both kids, you know, so I don't know. But yeah.
Well, if I would have did something or somebody do something at 13 to a 6-year-old.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Reformatory school. I was in reformatory school with a lot of dudes who had did stuff like that and they end up in jail. So I mean, but nonetheless, you know, it was consensual, right? It was consensual, right? So do you think that if this happened before the molestation or after the molestation?
This happened before the molestation.
Oh, so you was already encountering sex at a very young age.
But that was my first time of ever even having any sexual activity or intercourse. Yeah. So
being that young, Bubbles, did you feel awkward? Did it ever occur to you like this could possibly be some grown folk stuff?
Well, when it was happening, I was just like, wow, you know, and that was kind of it, because I don't know, I was just like, okay, and of course she was like, this is between us, you know. I'm like, okay.
I mean, you know, Tyler Perry was on the Oprah Winfrey Show, and he made the assessment. He said that when you're young and someone molests you from the same sex, I guess you want to say lifestyle, that tends to be your first encounter with sexuality. And so your sexuality at that point began to define you and what you like, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so I don't want, because you were 6 years old, I don't want to say too much, right? I want to kind of skip the young part because there's a lot of people sensitive about what can happen, but that's a tragedy, you know. I always talk about, you know, the lady that babysitted me at 3, she molested me, you know. But you saying that wasn't a molestation, but your actual stepdad, whatever he was actually molesting. So, how long did that relationship, you know, on the female side last? I mean, did that last for a long time? Was it just a brief?
It was brief because she is my stepdad's niece. So when everything happened,
so it was all of them is messing with you at the same.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's just really terrible, right? So they apparently it was something going on with them genetically for them to all be, you know, doing this kind of stuff to a 6-year-old kid. So moving forward, you know, so what type of person was you in school? You know, did that affect? Because I ain't trying to cut you off, Bubbles, but when I was young, you know, I was a special ed. You know, I took the yellow bus to school. I couldn't learn because I was affected by what was happening to me, and I didn't want to learn. I cussed all my teachers out. So I'm just saying, did that have any effect on you?
Not in the beginning. In the beginning, because I love my teachers, I love school, I love to learn. Like, I'm still like that, I love learning. So, it didn't really affect me until I got to the 7th grade, when I turned 13. My mom, she got with another guy, and he started to molest me as well. It started when I was 12, and it ended when I was 15. But that time, I actually went to her, and I told her, you know, what he was doing, and she just, she got upset. She asked me, she said, why don't you want me to be happy? And like, you know, she was crying and stuff. And I'm just like, you know, I'm 13. So I don't know. It was at that moment I was really sad. But then afterwards, I just kind of just turned and I just started that's when I started ditching school and doing all, you know, smoking cigarettes, weed, all kind of, you know,
yeah,
just
well,
running
you know,
amok.
that's generally what happens, Bubbles. You know, when you have things that happen to you at that young age, it causes your wires to get crossed, you know, and you think, you know, like, okay, if I'm having sex at a young age, I must be grown. You know, you start doing grown folk stuff and you start making bad decisions, and those decisions, you know, are motivated and generated by what's happening to you.
Yeah.
You know, so you start smoking cigarettes, and this other guy, did he get incarcerated as well?
No, okay. I didn't tell anyone because when my stepdad got incarcerated, my mom, mind you, she turned on me, so I didn't want to feel that again. Yeah.
So how did he get, you know, what is your mama leaving you with these guys, or how can that happen? You know what I'm saying?
How could, like, I don't know what the deal is. I'm like, I don't know if she tracks child molesters or what's going on with that. But how it ended, though, I ended up getting pregnant. Not by him, no. I was talking to this guy, and yeah, I got pregnant. And he thought my son might have been his. So he took off. He went to Florida. And somebody killed him out there. Or, I can't say that on YouTube, but, you know, yeah. Unalived him, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, unalived him. That's crazy. So, you know, when you think about that, you know, he probably was going to get that unalive anyway because of what he was doing. You know, I mean, you know, you mess with, I mean, if somebody mess with my dog, I'm ready to go all out. You know, they might as well just call and get the handcuffs and come get me. Because, you know, that's crazy. And man, to even think about that, having daughters, you know, that just, the thought of it is just traumatic in my head, you know. I have a lot of daughters and I love my daughters dearly. You know, so that obviously caused a wedge in your relationship with your mother, right?
Yeah.
So what did happen? So y'all just stopped talking, or what happened after that?
So that I just started being just really, really just disrespectful and just like, I don't know, just, and it's terrible to say, you know, because it's your mom, but yeah, I just was like, I don't care, I'm doing what I want to do, and she just can't tell me shit, and yeah.
But she kind of brought that on herself. She allowed your childhood to be destroyed by wrongly picking two men that did what we call the unspeakable.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did that lead you to? I heard you say you had a case at 12.
Yeah. So after I told my mom what happened. Well, no, hold on. So I was 12 when I told her that he was molesting me. Okay. So after I told her that, she stopped taking care of me and my sisters. And we ended up, like, I started just stealing from stores because I didn't know what to do. You know, I'm 12. So I'm just doing the best I can. And I ended up getting caught up. And, I went to jail.
So you was pregnant at 12 too?
No. I had my baby. I got pregnant when I was 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the guy molested you from 12 to 15?
From 12 to 15,
And he thought that was his baby, so he ran.
So he left, yeah.
Okay. I got it now. It makes more sense. So, obviously, if your mother if you having sex with grown men, your mother kick you out the house essentially, or just stop taking care of you, so to speak, then at this point, you know, you had to say, hey, I'm in this to win this. I'm gonna get it out the mud, right?
Yeah.
So did you become desensitized towards, you know, the human interaction? You know, did you feel like, you know, I know for me, you know, once, you know, I got into that mindset, it was like, you know, I didn't give a F about nobody. It was like whoever can get it. I'm all in the boys' school whooping niggas, and I'm carrying guns at a young age, and you know, I'm shooting up clubs and stuff at a very young age. You know, hanging out with grown folks. You know, I had a 2-parent household all the time, but it just had me tripping. So, do you think that had you tripping?
Yeah, I do. The situation, yeah.
So explain, like, from 15, what type of person was you? Because we're gonna get into the Pimptress and the pimping and stuff like that. But I wanna lead it up
So
to
at 15, my attitude kind of got better because that was at the time when I had just left the military school. Remember I told you I had to go to So that straightened me out. That was hectic. But so I was trying to be on the straight and narrow, and I started talking to this guy, and we talked for a little bit, and then I got pregnant, and and then I started trying to be more focused because I'm like, I got this baby, you know, I had to go back to school because I ended up dropping out my 9th grade year. I went till September and I left. But then after I found out I was pregnant, I went back.
Okay, so when I had my first daughter, I was 31. I was very protective of my daughter. You got boys or girls?
Boys.
So you protect.
I'm protected. Yeah.
So that experience make you feel like you got to be the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, and the Marine when it comes to kids. Right? I identify with that. So you straighten your life out through the military school. How did we get into this picture?
Okay, this happened when I was about 24. So it happened a little later on in life, you know. Right. I was starting a business. I wanted to be a fashion designer, and I just needed some extra money. I needed some money for the materials and all that. And I ended up bumping into a friend around the time when I'm trying to put all my stuff together. And she told me about this girl that we used to go to school with. She's like $1 million hoe. Like, she's got cars, clothes, just all kind of, you know.
She winning.
Got money, yeah. And so she's showing me her Instagram and her Facebook, and she's like kind of like bad mouthing her, trying to talk shit. And I'm looking at it like I'm about to hit her up and have her invest in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the first thing I thought. And so that's what I did. I just stayed on her bumper and just, you know. And so she just said yes to everything, and I'm like, okay, cool. So, but then things didn't go as planned because my baby daddy, he got out of jail. He was in jail for trafficking CDS. So he ended up signing for a 5-year deferred, so they let him out of, you know, jail. And he came home and he just messed that all up for me. He's like saying that I'm trying to go out and be a hoe with her and all this and that. And I'm like, no, that's not the case at all. So yeah, that's kind of how it started. And then I kind of like put it on the back burner a little bit. But then that next year I was all in.
So when did you get your first worker?
November of 2015.
And how did that happen? How you set that up?
I had my baby daddy. I made him a whole new Facebook, so he can get some girls. I took pictures of him, and I just had him, you know, message girls like.
So you was all in.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to tell him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they never see that side.
Yeah.
They always think it's the guy, but you had your baby daddy photos and
because I was thinking it'd be easier for him to get the girls because he's, you know, I figured they'll go for
your baby daddy.
Yes.
So you used the Pimptress, and he was the face of the organization.
Yes.
So he was your bottom.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes, this is
funny. So now that he's getting the girls. And what y'all do? How y'all working the girls?
Okay, so the first girl, he lost her to a pimp, or he kidnapped her, and I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know, because, you know, I don't know nothing about the game, and you know, well, at the time, now I do, but at the time I didn't. So we ended up getting, so this is a little crazy, but he ended up getting his side chick. Remember I told you he was cheating on me all the time? So he ended up getting his side chick to go for me. So then she started going, and what
kind of nigga you had? This nigga had to be the lamest nigga.
I know.
I call you lame, homie. I don't know you, but I'm trying to figure out how the hell she able to get you to get all these women to give you, and you kept all the money?
Yeah, he would send me this. So he would go out of state with them and stuff like that, and he would put the money on, like, you know how Walmart has those little money cards? He would put the money on there. I would go take the money out, put it in my account.
What?
And then,
that good?
Yeah, I was trying, but the bank ended up freezing my account. It was all kind of stuff that happened after, like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it was too much money?
I don't know. Well, I think it was Bitcoin, because deposit the money and I would transfer it to another account. And I think it was just it was too many transactions. It was too much going on with that account.
Yeah. So what kind of money was the bras bringing in?
They were bringing in some good money. Like, I know when they went to Vegas, they made about like, well, I don't know. They made I don't know specifics. The side chick that she's mixed, and then I had a Honduran, which was her best friend.
Okay.
The one that you seen in the news, that was the side chick's best friend. So she stuck with me till the end, really. So
you on Backpage, you're making money. Baby daddy.
Yeah.
Bottom baby daddy. You know, say we're gonna give you a good name, homie. Bottom baby daddy. You know, he's traveling all over the world with the girls.
With the girls, yeah.
And he's sending the money back through Walmart, Walmart to Walmart, and you doing the Bitcoin transactions, and eventually they froze your account, right?
Yeah.
So, to what point do you say this might not be working?
Shoot, when I went to jail for pimping, human trafficking is what I was in jail for.
Okay, we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
So how long did this operation that you had going? How long did it operate for?
For about 8 months.
8 months. So you was a Pimptress for about 8 months.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that what you was doing was illegal? Did you think that maybe I got to cover my tracks, or or did you think that this is some girls,
Yeah, because I was just looking at it like a business. I'm like, they are investors. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't look at women that are in the industry, like sex workers or whatever. I don't look at them like they're just prostitutes. I'm like, they are business women. They are about their money, and that's what I like about them. That's why I told you I like that they're ambitious and driven. Like, I'm really serious about that, because like their energy is just so magnetic. Like, they just want to make it, and I'm like, yes, because we all do, but you know what I mean. They're out there really just doing whatever to make sure it happens. So I like that a lot, and
yeah. Okay, so. At what juncture do you become hot and the police is on your bumper?
I'm really not sure what happened. I just know they put me under the microscope, and it's crazy because I kept feeling like somebody's watching me. I'm like, I don't know, but then the bitches are telling me I'm tripping, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'm tripping, but no, they were investigating me.
So did the girls listen to you, or they listen to your baby daddy?
No, they listen to me. They listen to me.
So
the side
did they
chick
ever come up like, where they like, why we got him? We don't need him. Because women do. When you're dealing with women, they can be a serious problem. A lot of people think that the pimping is easy, but women ain't nothing nice. And being a woman, I'm pretty sure you went through a whole bunch of drama. Like crying and snitching. The woman snitching on the other. Each hoe snitching on each other. So, how did they view your baby daddy? They like, girl, why we?
I think they just see him as a homie or something. Like, he's just some.
They didn't know he was your baby daddy.
Yeah, they know he's my baby daddy. But I'm saying,
so did they think you and your baby daddy was using him to take care of the babies or something? Did that ever come up? Like, y'all just using us? Like, somebody like, oh, okay, that's your baby daddy, and y'all got kids together, so y'all got a real relationship. But we just the work, the help. They never thought like that.
No, because the girls that I had whenever he was out, they already knew the situation. Because mind you, it was his side chick, and then she got her friends, so she was just like getting people that she know. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm feeling like the people that she was bringing in, they didn't know about me. They don't know, but she knows about me. Now, after he went to jail, I had we'll call her Tiny. I had Tiny, the Honduran chick. And the girls that I got after that, they didn't know about him.
You showed me a news article where they had you on the news. Was that after you got caught and they splashed it all over the news?
Yeah.
So, did your mother and your family see that?
Yeah, everybody seen it.
So when they seen it, they said, damn, she pimping?
Yeah, well, my mama knew.
Oh, your mama knew?
Yeah, I called her whenever it happened, like whenever I was in the holding tank, and I'm like, she said, well, they're gonna give you some time. I'm like, but I didn't do that, like, she just like, I'm like, fuck.
So to be able to put women out there like that, you know, and get your money and have them go on dates. Did you ever worry about that? As a woman, did you ever worry about their safety?
I always worried about, that was my main thing. Like, I always kept something on me to make sure, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like, there was times where one of my girls had a date and the guy was talking about he wasn't going to leave or whatever. And so I had to grab my strap and, you know what I mean? Make him move around.
Oh, yeah.
So,
So you get toxic.
It's like, and then he started stalking her. So then I had to do something about that.
Toxic, That's So when you was in jail, what was the original charge?
Human trafficking.
Human trafficking.
And aiding and abetting in prostitution because I got.
Can you break down the human trafficking? You know, based on the conversation you had, your lawyer. Can you break the whole thing down? About people look at their camera and break it down.
Like, what is it like?
What is it, human trafficking? And how much time it carry? You know, how they assess it and everything.
So for me, I had got a human trafficking charge because they were saying I was trafficking a minor. Mm-hmm. So and that carries like 15 to life. Mm-hmm. So, but that wasn't the case at all, and so I was able to get it amended down to pimping and pandering, and I went to prison.
Yeah. So I know when they look at the guys for human trafficking, it's like a really bad thing. Was it really bad for you as a female?
Yes, it was really bad. Yes.
Was the judge
they rained down on me?
Yeah. They confiscate anything from you?
Yes.
Would they take everything?
They took my phones and stuff like that, you know, for evidence or whatever. Mm-hmm. They raided my storage and they stole. It was terrible. But
So when I was looking at the article, they said you had a business or something.
So
and that you was hiding a business. They said something.
They said I was living a double life.
You was living a double life, and the business was the front.
Yes, and that wasn't true. The business was it was going to be an actual business. I was just using, you know, my little hustle to get it off the ground. And my business was for. I was going to have home health care for small animals. I was going to rehabilitate animals from the comfort of their own home, and I thought it was going to be, you know, something. So
you went to school for that too, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I was doing with the girls. I was paying for my education. Yeah, using them, for my education and stuff like that.
So did the girls get any money?
Did they get any money?
Did you take care of them? You get them?
Yeah, of course.
So you had to get their hair done, their nails done, pay for their housing and laundry.
Yeah, make sure they laundry. Yeah.
So, how many girls that in your 8 months do you think you went through it? And then which one? I mean, when they left you, did they just leave? Did they have a reason? Did another pimp come and take them, or what? How did that go for you?
So the side chick, I ended up getting into her while they were in Vegas, and she took the money and gave it to a pimp. You know what I'm saying? So that was a lot. You remember how you talk about being pimped for a bitch? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got pimped for a bitch. And I got that phone call. Yeah, I did.
What did it feel like getting that phone call?
I was mad to the motherfucker, boy. I couldn't believe I didn't even know because I was tripping with the bitch, and I'm writing her on Messenger because she's not answering none of my texts. I'm on Facebook, and come to find out, it's the pimp that she gave my money to for a choosing fee. Mm-hmm. It was him that I was talking to. He's got all her information and stuff. So he's like, call me, and I'm thinking it's her. So, no, he said, what's your number? That's what he said. And so I gave him my number. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking it's the bitch. And then as soon as he called, it's a nigga. And I'm like, what is this? And he say, man, you not getting your money or your bitch back. And you know what I'm saying? And I was like, or your hoe back. That's what he said. And I was like, I'm about to kill this nigga. Like, are you serious? What? And really, I didn't even care to get her back. But I'm like, give me my money,
Yeah.
But it was done.
And they had a game.
Yeah, that's what he said.
You get peeled. The money come with the pill.
I couldn't believe that.
But did that make you feel like, damn, maybe I'm out of place. Maybe I should be doing
something.
No,
because after I talked to him for a minute, I was like, okay, like I understand how it goes. So I'm like, all right.
He didn't try to come up with you too? But, usually probably think that you.
Well, yeah,
I know if he was gonna try to do this. Ain't no real good. Hey, hold on, we can do this shit together.
Yeah, I don't even argue with females. Yeah, that's what he was like, I'm trying to build an empire. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But I'm not joining your damn empire at all. Yeah. But I'm like, yeah, okay.
You got your own empire.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what did your baby daddy say when you got peeled? What he was like?
Was he already locked up? I think was he already locked up? Yeah, I think he was already locked up. So what he got locked up in January, like right before Martin Luther King's birthday, and then that's when I just started doing taking the bitches and all that shit on Martin Luther King's birthday.
Right. Yeah, so what was you at when the police came and got you?
I was in my car. I was in the car waiting for the girls. They were upstairs in the hotel, and they pulled me. They snatched me out the car.
They were doing the sting. That's how a lot of young men and women get caught up. I be telling people, man, human trafficking. If you take somebody to a call, that's human trafficking. If you taking money from a female, she work at a strip club, that's human trafficking. If you take an underage chick and you put her out there, that's human trafficking. If you get a bra from another pimp, you peel somebody's bra and they've been together, they've been in the game for 2 or 3 years, they get you human trafficking even though somebody else brought it to the game. They also can go back and get the guy for human trafficking. Then another thing that they institute to the law is that women can get paid now for snitching on you. You know that, did you? They can, that's a new human trafficking law. Somebody can say, I'm snitching, and they give them their kids, they give them money, they give them a new life, they give them, it's just almost like an informant. And a lot of people don't know about that, but a lot of these women have way more power than these pimps know. You know what I'm saying? If they not solid and they ain't from the block, you know what I'm saying, they can flip on you just like aha. And
that's what Tiny did. Tiny ended up doing that.
Tiny flipped on you?
Yeah, because that's what I was saying. By the time it was my preliminary hearing, by the time I got that, so that they weren't even talking about the underage girl no more. They were saying that Tiny, they were like, that I was trafficking Tiny, the girl I went to jail with. And I was like, no, I couldn't believe that. I was like, I would never. Thank God I had text messages. That's what saved me, was text messages and all that, because she has a crazy baby daddy. He's abusive and all this and that. And every time I turn around, he's trying to take her from me, and and it was just always a back and forth thing. I used to tell her, like, I'm not about to keep going back and forth with you and your baby daddy and all this shit, But I was still going to get her anyway. But she would text me, like, where you at? I'm trying to make some money, this and that, what I mean? Shit like that. So you can't say you're a victim if you hitting me up, so. Right. Yeah, so that's what happened.
I can dig that. So you in jail, right? Now you're married to a woman, right?
Yes.
So when you was in jail, now you had a baby daddy, y'all out there, y'all hustling, y'all pimping or hustling, whatever you want to call it, and was y'all still having intercourse? Was y'all still sexually active?
A little bit.
Periodically?
Really, yeah.
So what makes you? Did you have a lesbian experience while you were in prison, or was you already? Were you having sex with your workers too, your lady friends? No,
I never did that. But I would I'd hold them and stuff like that, But I would never,
Never.
Just because I don't want to mix all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like I could have, but
So where did this? Because we're going into the marriage thing. So did you meet somebody in jail that?
Yeah, that's where I met.
That's where you met your wife. See, that's what I'm saying. Now
but we weren't talking then. I mean, we were friends. We didn't.
But it comes from prison though, right? So you met her in prison, right? And she pretty much consoled you and made you feel pretty and stuff that people do,
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Told you the things that you want to hear, and that caused you to fall in love, right? So to speak.
What happened out here? Well, when I seen her, I was like, she is fine. Yeah.
Also, she's beautiful. She's not the stud type.
Yeah, she's a stud, but I mean, she's fine. Yeah.
You see fine on the stud side.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, did y'all have sex when y'all was in prison?
No.
They weren't allowing that?
No, we weren't. That's what I'm saying. We were just friends. Like, she had a girlfriend out in the world, so it wasn't even. And she didn't even know I liked her like that. I never, because I'm a shy kind of person. Like, I'm not somebody that's like, oh, I like So, but whenever she got out before I did. So whenever I got out and I made a Facebook and all that, I started, how you look for people, and so I was doing that, and I came across her page, so I started a friend request, and I messaged her, and she hit me back, and we just started talking, and we got together, and we've been together ever since.
So, your baby daddy, y'all don't talk anymore?
No, not at all.
So you didn't talk to no other dudes when you came home? You just went straight and reached out to her through Facebook, and y'all developed a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, were you lesbian before that?
Yes.
So, but you didn't have a significant other?
Mm-mm.
So once you and this woman started getting together, when did you decide that you want to go full-fledged, and have same-sex marriage? I know the question was posed to you. Did you think about, okay, how is this going to look? I got 2 boys.
Yeah, I did. I was worried about that.
Mothers and family. How is this going to look? Me, being probably what everybody would think, the perfect housewife, for a male spectrum. I'm saying, did you wrestle with that when she said married?
I did, as far as how I would tell my kids, because I had to tell them, like, not only am I, leaving their dad, I'm divorcing him, but I'm going to be with this woman. So that was something, but it worked out, though. They understand, so they're, they're open-minded.
So you having 2 kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had the privilege of being the type of lesbian that experienced male penetration, right? So how did you go from the male penetration to a female? Did she got like strap holes or something? How y'all have sex? Is it y'all got a strap or something?
I don't know if I can say. We just do the scissor thing. You know what I mean? We don't do toys.
Y'all do toys?
Mm-hmm, we don't.
So how did she don't break your back or nothing? She
ain't
got no toys. Y'all do
it's more of a
oral. So y'all more of touchy feely stuff.
Yeah.
So you get more into the emotional connection and the spiritual side of her. Mm-hmm. So y'all relationship based on the spirit is not based on actual, male female perception. Because I know a lot of we had one young lady at Chan, HHF. One of our sisters, she said she got whatever they need. They want 10 inches, they got 10 inches. Oh. They want 2 inches, 3 inches, whatever she wants. She said she got everything in her arsenal. Wow. So, you know what I'm saying? But you it's not to that extent. Mm-mm. So it probably, answer this in your most honest way. Do you think it comes from your childhood, and being devoid of, being in a relationship where the relationship is organic and it's based on, a virgin relationship where this guy take your virginity and you being, pretty much violated your whole life? Do you think that it can be somewhat connected to that? Because it don't have to be connected, but you don't just go into a lifestyle. It have to be some stimulating circumstances. So what were your stimulating circumstances to get full-fledged to the point where you're marrying, your partner?
I don't know, that's a lot. I think I just, like I said, I've always kind of been into women, and maybe when I was molested by the girls, they may have contributed to that. But I don't know as far as like with the guys and everything, because I have evaluated all this stuff, and I don't think any of the molestation had anything to do with it. Like, I think even if that didn't happen, I would still be gay. Like, I would still be lesbian. Because, like, when I was with my ex-husband, one of our biggest issues was sex. Because I don't really care for penetration.
You don't?
No. And I think that's why we don't use toys,
It could have been from when you because of all of the trauma that you received, and that was a negative. Penetration wasn't positive to you. It was a bad place. It was a dark place for you. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not saying that because everybody had their own perspective of life. But I, can sincerely say that may have some, effect on your thinking, the way you think. So now, it's hard to ask you about sex from the male perspective because you say you're not into penetration.
Yeah.
So if I ask you, do size matter? No,
because I don't. No.
So it don't make a difference what it is. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't with it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So okay. What about when it comes to a man giving you oral sex or a woman giving you oral sex? Which one you prefer?
A woman.
A woman, because she knows your spots.
Mm-hmm.
And is it true? So as being married to a female that's a stud, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer a pretty woman having oral sex with you or a stud?
A stud.
And why is that? Why is that? Because us men want to know that. We want to know that. Because if you don't get a stud, why you don't just,
Well, because I want.
That's what the guys.
I know. What I like about studs is because I will still want that masculinity. You know what I mean? I still want to have that, but I like the feminine features. You know what I mean? She has the boobs still, and you know what I mean. You look at her, you can tell she's still a woman. You know, she's dressing like a boy or whatever. And so yeah, like. I don't know. It's like the best of both worlds. That's the
$24 million question for us guys. Is like, I don't mind you being with a woman. I don't mind you being, what you are or what you believe that you are. But the question is, why would you go get a female that look like a man when you can just have a man? And why, if you a man, why would you go get what they call them? Cross the people, transvestite when you could just go get your woman. You see what I'm saying? So that's the confusing side on us, on the straight side of us for straight people. We would just but then but I would think if you like women and I would think that you would prefer a woman that's pretty instead of a stud.
No, I still want that masculine feel. I still want. I don't know. I still like that.
So why don't, if you want to masculine feel, why don't you just get a man?
Because he doesn't have the feminine features. I want
so you want both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I never understood that. You know what I mean? That to me encompass a lot of understanding, and I think that you're helping a lot of us out here. In particular us men understand that, because that's one of our biggest pet peeves. Like what is I'm doing that, I got wood, I'm saying? I'm penetrating. I can provide babies, but, what is a stud going to do that I can't do? But then, talking to you, I got a better understanding, it's that woman's touch, still having that woman touch, but still having that security as a male. So that male security, or the appearance of that male security, that dominant alpha female, makes you feel double secure. It makes you feel like, because, I'm a bit, some of us guys, that's all we want to do is bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. We ain't got time for all that, affection and, touching and kissing and all that stuff that women like, and I think that for a lot of us guys out there, that especially the young guys, us older guys, we know the tricks, but a lot of young guys, they don't understand that. They understand, what a woman need and, how to build a woman up. But I'm pretty sure a stud being a woman at one point, 100% woman, probably know exactly what a woman need to do. Mm-hmm. So that kind of solved my perspective on why would a woman marry a woman. I understand it. Now, talking to you, I have a better understanding. I'm no way against it. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do, that's your prerogative. But do you think if you and your wife, husband, whatever one you want to,
his wife.
Yeah, his wife.
Yeah, we call it.
Both is what? Both when you married to a woman's wife. Mm-hmm. Okay, I understand now. So you think your wife, if y'all so happen to not to be able to make it, do you think you'll ever go back to another man?
No.
What?
Mm-mm. It's funny when she asked me that. No, it's not bad. It's just my preference. Like, I don't have nothing against guys at all. I just know what I like. And I like.
But guys is looking at it like, man, look at Bubba. Like, no, we need you back in the human family. You know what I'm saying? We want you back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, if it's a number, I'm pretty sure a lot of guys are like, man, she's a dime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So you don't think you're breaking a lot of men heart out there by not coming back to the fold, to the female side?
There's a whole lot of beautiful women. They all right.
Will you ever be the wife that's the boss? Because you pose a serious challenge to my perspective, because you were at one time the one that was calling all the shots, and you was the alpha female.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you think you would ever be in a relationship where you'd be the alpha female, and that you would help somebody that's up under you, and you'd be the one that's doing all the consoling and the affection and the emotionalism? You think that? Or you just want to always be the Barbie doll?
Yeah, I want to be the Barbie
doll. So you
doll.
like to be the cute Barbie doll.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So us guys want to know this. When a woman, just in case we ever got to compete with a stud one time, where is the spot that makes y'all, I mean, what my little young homies have to do to make sure that they don't lose another bubbles to the alpha female?
Well,
where's the spot? Where is it? Is it like on the clitoris? Is it on?
For me, it is. Yeah.
Do you have to kiss them all over the body? Like you kiss all over the body first, and then go into the oral thing?
No, I mean you can dive in it like it. I don't know.
It's got to be something strategic, because we losing a lot of women to the LGBT community.
But I don't think it's not really because of men though. It's just because women are more comfortable with being who they are and more comfortable, with their sexuality, and the world is more accepting of us. So I think now women are just like, shit, I don't have to.
I think you cheated though.
So,
Let me tell you why I think you cheated.
why?
Because you had 2 boys. Now you're gonna be like, okay, F y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna kick us in the curb. You had your kids. You got your little family. Now you're like, I need y'all. I'm finna be where I've been since I was 6. So you cheated, Bubbles. That ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you was like that all your life, it would have been fair. But the fact that you wait till you had some kids and got married and did all that, and now
Yeah, and I've been with him since high school. Me and him.
Yeah, you flipped the script on us. Mm-hmm. So what did he think? You being married.
He's pissed about it. Mike's husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pissed.
Yeah. And then
make him feel like he wasn't handling his business, huh? Well, honestly, homie, all I can say to you, I don't know if you was handling your business, but she said on camera that penetration don't mean nothing to her.
Yeah.
But you had to feel something. I mean, if somebody had sex with you, you never had an orgasm with a man?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's just
because of his spirits.
Too much,
they ain't gonna trip long with you speak around it, right? But if you saying it's spirits, right? Mm-hmm. If there's any validity to what you're saying, a man can have a good spirit too, right?
Yeah, of course. But it's just like, so like, say we're in the mix, we doing our thing, right? Mm-hmm. Like in the beginning, I'll be ready and all that, but like within 5 minutes, I'm like, I'm done with this. Like, he needs to hurry up. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, That's why I said I don't think I really care for the penetration thing, because I just, dry up. I'm like, I'm done.
Well, that's interesting, because a lot of men, need to probably take lessons, in dealing with women, because I think the rush. The 2-minute mentality, I think that hinders you. Me personally, when I deal with a woman, I like to make love to her brain first. You know what I'm saying? And I think that even on the stud side, for her to get you to come out of what some people call your natural habitat into another world for the LGBT community, she have to be mentally sharp, to stimulate those stimulus inside of you that make you feel like, well, I don't want nothing else. you know.
Yeah.
Because I asked Chan, I'm gonna ask you the same thing. If you and your wife was thrown on the island, just you and your wife, what you think would happen to y'all in 100 years?
Oh, I don't know.
You would be extinct.
Because
you can't procreate yourself, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's the scientific side of it, you know. If we put everybody that felt a certain way on the island, you know, that would be their faith. However, you know, I think that men, in particular men, you guys, if they were more sensitive towards the woman body and more sensitive towards the woman mind, I think that a lot of women would probably have, you know, a positive sexual experience. Because you know, like I said, you know, me being in the game for a long time, you know, I understand what a woman, you know, need, and like I said, I always tell guys, you know, make love to a woman's mind first, you know, because the mind controls it all. All the women you had out there hustling for you, you know, you obviously got enough game to get in their head, you know. They wouldn't just going out there and turn the dates for you. You was in their head mentally, you know. So I think, you know, that's you know, and like I said, I know a few studs. I've seen them operate. You know, they very good at, you know, dealing with the mind. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's one thing we're gonna give them credit for. Okay, so now you married. You know what I'm saying? You know, you had your little brief run in with the law. You know, now tell us some of the good things that you're doing now.
Okay, so now I started a business. So I'm very purpose driven. Like I'm very I always want to know what do I need to do, you know, and do it. So these last couple of years since I've been out, that's what I've been trying to figure out, and I think that I finally figured it out. No, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I think I know I figured it out. My purpose is to go back and to help all of the women. Help the women that helped me. You know what I mean? Help the women that were out there getting the money and, you know, working all night, all that. Yeah, I want to help them, and then the other women as well that are in this business. I want to help them build brand awareness and increase their brand identity and things like that, so that they can have their own platform and do whatever they want, whether they want to start a business or, you know, selling products or services or whatever. Just, you know, make it to where it'll be easier for them to do that, because now that, you know, we're in a time where people want to know who you are before they buy anything from you, you know. So branding is like really important. So I created a business for that, and it's called Pimptress Bubbles Adult PR.
You ain't gonna get away from that pimping.
Well, and the only reason why I did that is because since they said I was living a double life, you know, I'm like, well, I'm always make sure they know, I've come from that, but I'm doing different things now, so nobody will think I'm being misleading.
So nobody can't just say, hey, that's what she was. You gonna put it out there before they say it. Okay. Yeah, that's what people ask me about pimping can. I said, yeah, I'm pimping my pen. You know, I'm pimping my DVDs. I'm pimping my podcast. You know what I'm saying? You know, let me be. You know, let me pimp. You know, let me die. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a pimp and die. Pimps don't die, we multiply. But I'm pimping my situation. So in every situation there's a pimp and a hoe. Every April 15th, the United States government said, break yourself, hoe. You know what I'm saying? If you don't break yourself by April 15th, they're going to put you under pimp arrest for tax evasion. So, you know, in my situation, I believe, I wrote the book Pimpology before they lost game. Every situation has a pimp and a hoe. So I understand you're just taking, you know, your experience and you're pimping the situation. And then you're elevating people at the same time. Say, look here, you know, this is how you build your brand. This is how you know, market yourself. Here's some tools and trades of the game that I learned, and I'm gonna give it to you for a small fee, right? The game is to be sold.
Yeah, exactly.
So I see where you're going with it. So, you know, a lot of times, you know, women be in shelters and you know, be in these little domestic violence centers and stuff like that. Do you ever plan on going and speaking to those women as well, and like doing lectures and stuff like that?
I actually did. Back in January, I went to a domestic violence. It's not a conference. It was like a meeting. It was just like probably 8 girls, but we all, you know, went around the room and talked about our experience, and then I told them, you know, because I got to be truthful, so I told him about the pimping and stuff, and it just turned to something else. I was like, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to be here. They were like, what? I'm like, I mean, but they weren't really tripping about it. They were like, that's cool. I'm like, yeah, but, you know, I don't want to try to glorify it, like, you know.
Well, you know, I think that pimping get a misconception. I think a lot of people think that it's all about, you know, human trafficking and forcing people into prostitution. And in reality, it's a lifestyle. You know, it's just like being in the LGBT community, being in the dope game, being in any hustle, being in any lifestyle, being a politician, being whatever you be. Everybody do what they do, but it's just for some reason that specific lifestyle is taboo, and it tastes like cat shit in everybody's mouth. And you being
a woman,
a person that just went through that situation, you know what I'm saying, you know. And but a lot of people don't understand, and I'm pretty sure you know as a woman, you probably know that 80% to 90% of the women that's out there in the game, they don't really have no male pimp. They out there freelancing and renegading, as they call it, the game. But nobody never call it that. You know, they say, you know, they take all the women in the game and say, it's because of these guys.
Yes, and that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's easier to point the finger at a guy or a female that, you know these people or are working, hustling with them, than for them to actually say, no, these people are complicit. You know, they do it on their own. You know what I'm saying? No one is really forcing them. And, you know, there are some exceptions. There are people that mess with young people and force people into, but the majority is not that. So another question I want to ask you, you know, being a female who's married to a woman, right? Do you still use your femininity to get what you want from men? I mean, because, you know, what I'm saying is, like, sometimes being cute, right, can get you in the door. I know you say to yourself, oh, I'm looking cute, and this guy gonna do this for me because, you know, I know I'm looking cute. I mean, that still have to play in your psychic, you know, because even though you have all the way, you know, ventured over to this side of the coin, we truly know that you still get action. Niggas still be hollering at you, right?
Yeah.
And you still like, yeah, man, you know, let me pimp this situation. You know, I mean, this nigga, you know, he gonna let me in this club because, you know, he think I'm cute. I mean, women use that.
I did that with so whenever I got out, you know, I didn't have nothing. Like, the bank took all my money, everything, you know. So I worked and got enough money to get my car and all that. So whenever I went to go get a car, I had to kind of talk the guy down a little bit, you know. And I'm just like, you know, I did up my makeup. That's
what I'm trying to tell you. Do not, even though you are married to a woman, do not lose that side of the game, because that's a tool. You know, looking beautiful and using your femininity to get what you want. That's always going to be, you know, an asset. Even Chan, when she said before she became a full-fledged stud, she used to use her.
She's a stud?
Yeah, Chan.
Okay.
Yeah, she got women up under her that like her and stuff like that. She was a pimp too. You know what I'm saying? She was pimping.
I was thinking China when you said, for some reason, China.
No.
That's why I was like, what?
No, China, I don't know if she deal with women or whatever. I know she had women working for her, you know. But this other chick that we interviewed named Chan, Chan basically, that's what she did. You know, she pimped on women, and she had women working at strip clubs. And, you know, she said, but she looked like a man now. She's just like a little boy, but you can tell that she's a nice looking young lady up under all that, right?
Yeah.
So she said when she was young, she used to use her stuff to pimp niggas and get stuff out of niggas, you know. So I was just saying, you know, I'm pretty sure that, you know, because you married to a woman, that shouldn't negate the fact that you can still use your beauty to get what you want.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I'm saying. So, hey, man, this has been so interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got a chance to learn a lot. I'm pretty sure my audience learned a lot. And, hey, man, y'all been tapped into A View from the Game. I'm your host, Ken Ivy, a.k.a. Pimping Ken. Like I say, share, like, you know, whatever, follow. But before we let Pimptress Bubbles get out of here, I want her to tell y'all where y'all can find them, whatever you.
You can find me on Instagram at Connect with Pimptress Bubbles, and on Facebook as well, Connect with Pimptress Bubbles.
Okay,
and I'm about to have my website put up too, and it'll be the same. So you guys look out for that.
Anything we talked about that you know, is anything you want to mention? That is something that we should have talked about, because you know, now forever speak your piece.
No, I think we covered pretty much everything.
Okay. Well, hey man, it's a pleasure having you on our show. And you know, when you reached out to me, you know, I said, yeah, let's do it. And I knew you was gonna rise to the occasion. You rise above and beyond my expectations of you. Thank y'all for watching the View from the Game. As always, leave a super chat. If you want to cash out me, you cash me at 404-790-9627. Ain't no nation like a donation. Make sure if y'all watching this and it's before April 7th, we got the HHF Ugly Money Awards. We'll get your tickets. Go to Eventbrite/HHF. Also, every Monday we at the Ice Bar, 5456 Fayetteville Road. It's free to get in, free to perform, free for A&Rs, free for executives. Everybody is welcome. And make sure you go to thehiphopfraternity.com and sign up for free. Be a member of the Hip Hop Fraternity. It's absolutely free. And if you want the current news, go to hhfmag.com and HHF Radio to listen to some of the current and latest music and some of the great topics. Thank you. I'm out. HHF. View from the Game, Ken. We're going to Beehive Show.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sign first. And that's the jacket. He's officially signed to HHF.
Okay then.
We just need your John Hancock, young man.
Come on with it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, live on the Beehive Show. You know
That's right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So, hey man, welcome to the team, man. So
HHF.
Mike, when it comes to the streaming side of stuff and going viral, man, I mean, break that down to me. How does one go from the ground all the way up?
Yeah, man, I can't really explain that. I gotta get out on the guide or something.
I'm with you.
Honestly, because when I do stuff like that, I be like, how do I do it again? I don't know. I ain't do it. And like I said, be the women that they love me so much. So when we made this Bounce When She Walks song months ago, bro.
Yeah.
And they took it all over TikTok doing the challenge, all in other countries, Africa, China, billion streams. I don't know how, bro.
Yeah.
I was at the house in my drawers recording that. I didn't put up nothing. Like I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Like people just love it. Like some people say I put voodoo in that music.
Most of y'all gonna know him once he introduced himself. He got over a billion streams. I'm never gonna introduce himself. What up, bro? I go by the name of Mike Fresh. You ain't never heard me. You may have heard me on that song, Throw That Ass in the Circle. Hey. And if you ain't heard that, you may have heard me on that song, 8 Bounce When She Walks. Hey. Y'all know Mike G?
Oh yeah, we did some business Mike G.
Yeah, so y'all know he be doing some of Boosie shows and stuff.
Yeah.
So he brought a Boosie show to Oklahoma, and he had me open up. So he was bringing me to the back room, like man, he just gave me the back end. He like, man, I'm finna, you got some wings back here, man, come chill. So he bring me to the back room, me and my partners go, we come bombard in the room.
Yeah.
Boosie and all his partners in the room. The way we walked in was all wrong, like.
Yeah, like, oh, he gets these wings.
And they were looking at us like, man, who these dudes? What's going on? They like, well, y'all must want a picture or something. That's what somebody said. I said, you know what I sure do? I posed and I got on the pocket was. So I told G, like, bro, you tripping. Don't never, ever do that, ever. I done rolled the car with BG in the Dodge Magnum before. Shit, BG was at the crib in the living room before. Shit, I was at the Bling Bling video shoot, the Baller Block and movie set. We was at the mall one time. They had like 100 girls on the tour bus. I was little. I had to go on there to go pee. And I just went on there and stayed on there. I was sitting on there talking to the girls and stuff. Like an hour later, my mama and BG and them come get me off the bus.
Mr. The man himself, Mike Fresh, performing live HHF Networking Mondays at Ice Bar, 5456 Fayetteville Road, Atlanta, Georgia. It's free to get in, free to perform, free to park. HHF.
I get my style from a lot of niggas from like just growing up, seeing a lot of niggas and like, damn, you just fly the motherfucker suited and booted and shit. As I grow older, I'm like, man, I gotta make sure my shit together, you know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm popping. You know what I mean? We was driving to Chicago, it was me and my pops. Well, first, he picked me up, we slide. He like, man, we finna go to Chicago. Don't tell your brother. Don't tell nobody. I'm like, what the
Pop got going on? What's up his sleeve? So we go to Chicago. We in the I think we was in the S500, and we get there. It's a white blonde white lady, and she split out the car. She pull up, we pull up. She give us the keys to a Mercedes, a black Mercedes, and we switch out the car and get back on the road. I'm like, okay, it's some crazy going on with Pop.
I got a new project coming out. I'm still pushing brick by brick. It's going crazy right now.
Love you lied to me. Said you'd always be around. Love you died in me. Left my chest vacant, no style. You ripped out my heart. You tear me apart. Your sticks and your stones are breaking my bones. But it's sickening to say you won't leave me alone.